So one of the great joys of the new year is the opening of a Mops group at St. Matthias United Methodist Church. I'm really excited about this, and I've already been kind of in on one call that has been kind of an early step in all this. But I asked the folks who are kind of behind the scenes, sort of Mops mamas. Do we need a name for you? It's like mop queens or something like that, to come and share a little bit about what this program is, how it works, and what kind of things you're looking to do. So I got Tammy Ellis, Jamie Gardner, and Peg Jones online with us, and it's great to see you guys. Let me see if I can put you, here we go. There we are together. So tell me about Mops.
Okay, who wants to start? And we do call ourselves, Peg and I call ourselves G-Mops. Like grandmas, although I'm not a grandma, but Peg is, so G-Mops.
G-Mops,
yeah.
That's our code name. So, well, we can, I guess, tell you from our perspective, Tammy and I had to do a lot of online training with Mops before we were certified to be certified leaders. And
you're like a certified mop user, or what?
Mop leader.
That's
mop user.
We're trained on how to do the mop thing,
right,
but
right. So this is not a like they mop the church kind of program. It's a program to do something with mops, to tell me about
to help moms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mop stands for Mothers of Preschoolers.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead, Peg. Oh, I thought you were gonna get things started. Yeah, so it's a great international group, and it's for moms of preschoolers. And so and it provides during normal times, non-COVID times, it provides a chance for moms to get together with other moms. And it's not really a Bible study, but it is a gathering of women, and we do prayer and some scripture, but there's activities, and they can come, their kids go into childcare and do activities and do things together. And it gives the moms a chance to share with other moms. And they're usually divided into table groups, and those groups get close with each other in a trusting relationship, so they can share things. They can get tips from each other, share things that are bothering them, just a chance for them to get together with their kids in a safe place. And then some MOPS clubs do other outings together. They do mom night out things where just, the moms can do things together while the kids are being safely watched and that sort of thing. So in the day of COVID, I guess we should call it Zoom MOPS, because we got together, we had our first little meet and greet and got together with a couple of moms over Zoom later in the evening after the kids were kind of settled down, and we were able to talk about what MOPS was and introduce it to them.
Mm-hmm. We're sort of the hosts. The host for MOPS. St. Matthias is a host. And so, it brings the local women together, even though it's international. We're the host, and so we try to reach out to the women in the community, the moms.
The hostess with the mostest.
That's us.
Terrible. I'm so sorry. We'll have to edit that out later on.
Yeah.
And so being a mom is not easy. Now, I've never been a mom. I've been a dad, and I'm just kind of like, dumbfounded most of the time as a dad, but I know that moms and dads hold a unique place in a child's life, and moms and dads sometimes have different jobs and all that. So it's really complicated and sometimes really just challenging work to be a mom. And so this is a group that kind of helps moms sort of have that support system in place and kind of learn to work with their kids and work with themselves and all that.
Mm-hmm. Jamie is sort of our link. We couldn't do this without Jamie, because we are a generation beyond preschoolers, or two maybe almost. But I think what has called Tammy and I to do this, first of all, we love people and we love service and helping. But I think, we've been through it. We are on the other side. So we can share those experiences, although they may be different. I think a lot of them are the same, but we can let them know. And we call ourselves the Giggles, Gratitude, and Grace group. And, we can laugh now, and we can see that some things just weren't that important that we thought were important. And if we could share those lessons learned the hard way with these young ladies and young moms, then I think that's our purpose here.
And with our situation now with COVID, moms don't have the chance to have play dates and excursions with their kids. So offering them the virtual outlet of this Mops group allows them to de-stress a little bit, from their isolation. They can see other moms and know that we're all in it together.
Yeah, and that's one thing I shared with the group the other night that really got me interested is I remember when I had my two boys when they were little and I was working full time and doing all that it was just so hard. I was always tired. I had aches and pains already. And I was a little bit of an older mom. I had both my kids in my late 30s. And I really just was so stuck in what was going on. When I look back, I think, oh, you're going to come out of it. That's, these are really tough times right now, but it does get easier. And sometimes when you're stuck at home with the kids all the time, and we heard that from a couple of our moms, they never get a break because they are stay-at-home moms, and some of them are working at night after the kids go to bed and things like that. They just need others to share with. And I think Peg and I there is light at the end of the tunnel. It does get easier, enjoy it because it goes so fast. Before you know it, your kids are out of college and you think, oh my goodness, where did all the time go? And gee, if I could go back and do it again, I would enjoy those moments, even though they were really tough. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have teenagers now, and I'm starting to look back, and our kids came to us through adoption, and but they were teeny tiny wee little people, small little people, and they're one of them's looking me in the eye.
Oh yeah. And it happens so fast. Doesn't it happen overnight? It does.
Right. I just turned around and oh my gosh, there you are.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, but it is hard, and doing it together makes a big difference. There's good research to suggest that that when parents have support and parents have support of peers, other people that are going through it alongside them, and grandmas, GMAs, as in addition to that really makes a good outcome down the line. That kind of support really helps a lot, and the support of faith is baked into this.
Absolutely.
And tell me a little bit more about that in terms of the aspect of faith and how it kind of is part of this conversation.
Well, we like Tammy said, we had some scripture. I think our first real lesson is coming up in February that we'll be working on, and they do have some films, and they do talk about faith, and that it's really, that is the foundation for Mops, I think, is faith. And they really stress that we as leaders need to meet the moms where they are, and there's
in their journey.
Right, and we're all on the different area on that road, all of us, even who've been on the road longer, and
like Peg.
Like Peg. Okay.
Okay.
I know where you live, Tammy. Anyway, and I've lost my train of thought, and it was really important.
It sounded really good. What happened?
You were doing great.
What happens when you get old? You just can't keep your thoughts going.
Oh, squirrel.
But you were I think what you were saying was that it's really important to meet people where they are. So this
Yes,
isn't like,
yes,
you know,
yes.
the super Christian sisterhood of we
No,
got everything
no.
figured out.
Oh,
no,
no,
no, no,
no,
Right.
no,
no.
Right.
exactly.
But it's
Right.
you know, people people coming together and working to try to figure it out together, and
Right.
in
Right.
humility with God, you know, kind of
Right.
looking. Yeah, we were talking before we started recording, like, oh God, sometimes just kind of must, you know, face plant and go, oh, I know that happens, I think, with God and me a lot. It's like,
Hmm.
what did the boy do? But it's not like, you know, some sort of, you know, press a particular
No, no.
No,
that,
no,
but to, you know, to say this is who we are as people of faith.
right,
We welcome you. You know, we're here to love you, no
Hmm.
matter
right.
what. And there you are, which is great.
Well, it's a, you know, it's a, right, it's a community of faith, and it's not a community of denominations. You don't
Right,
have to
right.
be, you know, a Protestant, you don't have to be a Methodist, you don't have to be whatever. It's open to anybody, and it's open to any, you know, it's race immaterial, it's lifestyle immaterial. It really is. It's just a support group for moms of preschoolers and sharing faith stories. And you hope that eventually the moms will all have faith stories to share.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think
And-
that's what I like the most about the Mops program is it really does meet you where you are. It doesn't matter if you are living on Fifth Avenue or on the street, or if you are Caucasian or Hispanic, or whatever your background is. Mops doesn't care. They want all of you there, and they want you to share in this moment, because every mother of preschoolers is walking the same path. We're just doing it in different shoes. So
Hmm.
we want to make
Right.
sure that our Mops wants to make sure that we're all welcome.
So this is, you know, just kind of open for children of God, right? And
Yes.
Absolutely.
Amen. Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
that's super. That's super. And so we're doing this online right now. And as time goes on, and hopefully shots get in arms and people, you know, move into our culture, our society moves into a better place, conceivably, we would like to, you know, have this be hosted in our church.
Hmm.
Like,
Mhm.
um, but there's also still the possibility that people from outside of our area might, you know, find their group to be a good group to be part of at a particular time, or that sort of thing. Or somebody moves away. For
Right.
example, there's,
Mhm.
I think you have a number of military moms, or, you know,
Hmm.
folks that are working through that.
Yeah, we had one mother specifically talk on that she moved with her husband and always had to leave her Mops group. So the virtual option allows her to take us with her no matter where she goes.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
And one of the gals that was on the other night lives out by Spotsylvania Courthouse. So right there, you know, that's quite a distance from the church, so she can participate that way. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
So there's all kinds of, you know, as things move forward, there's all kinds of different ways that we can work through that. But for right now, we have this group that's coming together virtually that will, you know, seed something wonderful, I think, in our community. And the thing that, and I've been part of faith communities where Mops groups have been active. And one of the things that happens is that multiple groups sometimes grow out one faith community. So, you know, there can be, this is called giggles and what?
Giggles, gratitude, and grace.
Right, right. So there can be the giggles, gratitude, and grace group, and there can be the, you know, the happy-go-lucky group. We're not sure what we're doing group, or whatever, you know, group number 2 or group number 3, and that sort of thing that can form up around it. And it is limited in this particular expression to preschoolers, but there are through Mops other versions of this that are for families with older children and
Mhm.
that sort of thing. And, you know, like you guys are doing, this is a multi-generational expression, you know, with what you have going on now. So grandmas are cool and aunties are cool
Can be.
and moms are cool.
Well, you know, Bert, one of the things that we really noticed right away was that we had 3 women who joined us the first night on our meet and greet. But, you know, they all started sharing. People were asking questions. Well, where can I go for this? Or what can I do for that?
Mhm.
And they immediately all just started kind of sharing together and giving advice. And, oh, well, you need to go here for that. And yeah, because some of them are new to the area.
Right, right.
The military wife was new to the area, and it's
Mhm.
like, well, I don't know how to get here. And I mean, they just jumped right on
Mhm.
websites and places to go. And it was just really neat to see that immediate interaction with
Yeah,
those
they were
ladies.
posting links in the chat, and, you know, it
Yeah.
was, which Peg and I don't even know how to do. We let Jamie, hey, Jamie, post that in the chat.
That's right. We're going, good, we got it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see that, you know, we've planted this small seed and it's already started to grow a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's going to turn into something amazing,
Yeah.
you know, as we go along. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am so excited about this. Now, how does a person, if someone is watching this and they would like to maybe be part of this, or, you know, think like, oh, you know, I know a really good person for that. How would they like connect with you guys? How would they sort of sign up or, you know, find more information?
This is where Jamie comes in handy.
Yeah, Jamie, go ahead.
they can go to mops.org, and our church site code, our Mops code is 6060WH, and they can log on there and register, or they can find us on Facebook, and we have the Giggles, Gratitude, and Grace Facebook page where we will link information for our group and for Mops International as a whole.
Okay, great. And we'll put links to that on our Facebook page and some other places so that people can go to that. That's 60WH.
Yes.
And also on Facebook, and that's super.
And we actually have an email address too through the church.
Mhm.
It's
Okay.
gmops@stmatthiasusumc.org.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. That's
Yeah.
gmops.
Gmops.
Mops
Gmops.
at stmatthiasusumc.org.
Mm-hmm.
Super.
And we all have access to that email, so we can all answer.
All the Gmops.
All the Gmops.
I'm Giggles.
I'm glad you said that, because you know, that's been the question of who's Giggles.
Yeah, who's it?
Okay, I'll be Grace because I need it.
I don't have Grace.
I think all three of you are great. And I'm really excited about the beginning and how this will just kind of mature and move through. Maybe mature is probably not the way to think of that, you know. So maybe just kind of expand your territory.
Grow. Yeah.
Grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of us are more mature than others.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. And see what can happen too is if local gals have friends in other communities while we're Zooming, you know, from past communities or whatever, they can give them the link too, and they can join in, and that allows them to keep connection with those friends in other places. Yeah. So.
Right. So you don't have to, like, you know, be part of the original group in order to come and be part of it. You can kind of approach it and
all are welcome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you meet again in February with the lady. There's monthly meetings, and then there's offline conversations, obviously on the Facebook page, and, you know, texting back and forth and those sorts of things as well.
And we just want to let people know that our women's group has very generously offered that if someone cannot afford the $30 $35, Jamie, for Mops.
It's a $32 fee.
$32. They have scholarships, so cost is not an
Not
issue
enough.
ever,
Mhm.
ever, no matter what happens with our group in the future, cost will not be an issue.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Mhm.
Well, I love the women of St. Matthias Church.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yep. They
They're
are.
awesome.
They're
Yep.
great. Yeah.
And that fee is the fee for the national organization registration of the person.
Right.
So there's a magazine you get and all
Mhm.
kinds of stuff that kind of
Stuff,
comes
yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But the women have said, if you got an issue, we'll help you.
Yep.
out. So
We're gonna meet them where they are, whether it's
Yeah.
financial
Absolutely.
or-
that's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else you want to kind of throw out there as we wrap this up?
We just want to let moms know that we're gonna meet the third Thursday of every month from 8 p.m. to 9. And our next meeting is February 18th.
18th.
February 18th from 8 to
8.
9
Mhm.
PM.
PM.
Yep.
Mhm.
That way they can have a hot cup of tea while their kids are sleeping and enjoy some mom time.
Right. Great.
Yep.
Great.
And we're here anytime if anybody has any
Yeah.
questions. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
yeah.
not just once a month, so.
Right. So email is gmops@stmatthiasumc.org. They can go to mops.org and look for 60WH, which is our group, or they can go to our Facebook page and we'll link out to your Facebook group. I think it's already there, maybe,
Mhm.
the connection there. So lots of ways to connect and make
Mhm.
good
Mhm.
step. Super.
Yeah.
Super. Well, thank you, ladies. I really appreciate your
Oh.
time, and I'll see you at church.
Yeah.
Our
Thank you.
pleasure. All right.
Bye.
Bye.